jungle.
Okay. Okay, I kind of see that working. So what are we versing? Did it show? No, it doesn't show yet.
Versing Orn jungle.
One jungle. Okay. Ah, you're recalling to place it in the bush. Gotcha.
And since they're all bot side, I can get more aggro wood.
Yeah, this is fine to start blue. I would have pinged it just to see if you can get a leash. I don't know who Jax is versing top yet. Like maybe that's wrong, but yeah. Actually, to be
Just
honest,
like
if Jax was versing the Quinn, which I would have probably assumed so far, there's a Gragas
Gragas.
too. What the fuck? The Quinn mid. That seems dog shit useless versus Seraph. Yeah, this is good. Smiting first buff, I like it. Alright, so what's the game plan this game, given what they've done so far?
Um, just get to 6.
Mm-hmm.
It's the biggest game plan for me right now.
Yeah, I think as long as you can get a kill, like, as soon as you get 6, that's pretty big. I feel like there's the potential for kills bot lane here too at level 4 after your full clear, given that it's Yasuo Braum. I feel like they could
Yeah,
be pretty aggressive at level 3, which would be like their third, fourth wave. They should be pretty aggressive pushing it back in. Good pulling of the camps. This is all good. As expected, this should all be pretty good from you, in my opinion. Alright, and you're assuming Ornn's topside, yeah? That's what I would also be
yeah,
assuming.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I get free crab.
Gromp won't be spawned yet, but you could ward like Gromp and Wolves before you base, I think.
Yeah, that's what I do here.
Yeah, nice. I think yeah, okay, hitting the plant is not too bad. I was thinking potentially you could not hit the plant because you could path back straight to the Grump if you wanted to, if
Yeah,
this Ornn doesn't show instantly. I might have missed it, but did we press any tabs? Yeah, we did. So let me go back and look at that tab. Okay, so Ornn actually... Oh, he didn't full clear. He left one camp up his Krugs, right? Something you could do
yeah,
here that we can figure out is because he only had 24 CS once he took this, and where he's pathing, he's going to Krugs. You could have waited on his Grump and taken it off cooldown, and then based and run like this. Then you're upper camp on your next clear.
yeah.
Because you'll notice it's
That's
only a 5-second wait from when you actually
okay.
recall.
That's me not knowing like timers.
Yeah, probably. Look, I don't really know exactly when the time is going to be either for Ornn taking his Grump. It's, I would have assumed it would be slow as fuck. I'm a little bit surprised it's ready, but you also did get to see that like whilst you're recalling. So
Yeah,
as soon as you see that and you know it's spawning in the next 10 seconds, 15 seconds, then you can just wait there, pick that up in my opinion.
yeah, you're right.
Okay, that one top gank. I feel like you probably want to be able to ping that, you know what I mean? You get to see that for like a little while. He's taking the base here. Wait, how much CS was he on?
I don't think I hit tab and check.
Oh good. Presumably he's on 28 CS and he's gonna run to his Grump, which we will get to see. This guy's not at his Grump yet.
He must be like clearing down.
Yeah, maybe he started back topside. That is a bit weird in my opinion. Okay. Here I'd probably look to go to his Grump, I think. Because it's an on, I just don't think he's doing that much too. You know what I mean? Like if it's a Xin Zhao or something, yeah, it wouldn't go. But I feel like
My only, oh, sorry.
yeah, I was gonna say I feel like because it's like on, you can look to like punish him more. I guess you did just use your flash, like so if you're worried about that. But I don't really see the world in which he kills you. I feel like you can like avoid the Qs and E's pretty easily,
It
especially because
was
he's.
most,
Oh, there you go.
it was
Pardon.
mostly like early game death time as their bot lane will get there if I spend too much time.
So you're like
I'd
worried
rather
about
get
him
the,
holding you up.
yeah, I'd rather get the like tempo on my camps so they're up sooner
Okay, yeah,
for
sure.
6.
42. Okay. Yeah, he did clear down. I think his Krugs are the only camp that's up now. Should be 6 after this blue. Yeah, good. Double camp. Ah, oh, that is painful. It's like 97% or something. It's 6 picked up. Now that you see him bot side, you could look for like mid gank and his chickens potentially. I think. Because I think the likelihood he invades your red is like pretty low. So if you move up around for a mid gank or looking for enemy chickens, I kind of like that. Yeah, this should be good. Shove mid wave, I think. Maybe Xerath is too low, but I feel like Xerath really wants to shove the mid wave. This is fine. I feel like if you're doing this, you want to leave a ward somewhere around where you're standing so you can see him when he's coming to contest his red. Since,
That should have been more Raptors rather than that
yeah,
push.
more down this way so that you can see if he's going to go this way around. Because he might peek his raptors, see they're not there, and then walk this way because he might not want to walk into this bush.
Yep.
This bush here kind of defends you a little bit against the Quinn, though. So, like, say if Quinn was being pinged to run here, that's like the benefit of that. So I guess you just like figure out which one you think is more of a concern to you.
Yep.
And here, I wouldn't go for the Krugs. I'd look top. Yeah, nice. I don't know if there's a kill here, but I feel like you can just help your Jax get the wave. Does Jax die?
He didn't get the stun when he jumped.
Yeah, so. Ah, this is so sad for you.
I smited the wrong
Yeah,
one.
smart the wrong one. I was about to say that. I think you just go 1 for 1 there, though, if you smart the right one.
Yeah.
I think another big thing also is you don't like ping that much to your teammates. Like maybe you could mind control your Jax there, or like at least try to. Oh my god.
And just make him die for it.
Yeah, like just punish him for it, or like when he jumps in. I think also like if you're maybe pinging in the fight, like at the start here on the Gragas, maybe he just like stunts instead of like trying to hold the most max fucking charge D. I don't know why he's doing that. Yeah, I like this because you have ult. I think it's worth to gank first, then go to your camps. Yeah, should be double kill. Yeah, good, good, good. Hold on. Well, here you have so much time to realize like that there's something going on here. Unless you're just assuming it's a pink. because you're exclaimed here, but you keep running into him.
Oh, I didn't see that.
That's weird. So yeah, you're just like running into him, and it's like there. I'm thinking like, okay, either like pink watered or I'm dying to someone. Oh my goodness. I mean, you're pretty lucky there, I think.
Yeah, that wasn't anything I did well.
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck around here that much with this guy. I think I just want to go to my camps as soon as possible.
Yeah, this was a big mistake from me.
Yeah, because if he kills you here in like some like cheesy way, like you just, I don't know, because you didn't take any camps, you get set back so much, and I don't think the river crab is really worth much, in my opinion. Like this is just all like time waste.
Yeah,
Like you would have taken like your Krug's red and been like halfway through your Raptors here.
it's big time waste.
Yeah. And also, if you did Krug's Red Raptors, you could have just probably walked back in for the River Crab anyway. If if fucking Quinn doesn't take it. So yeah, I think that's like one thing that you'll need to like start doing is like figuring out, okay, um, is it worth me looking for this thing, or do I need to get back to my camps as soon as possible? Also, if we go back to here, I think another mistake that you're making is like you get this kill right. In my opinion, I don't go for River Crab here. I don't know where Quinn is. I don't know where Orn is. I'm going my camps and then like full clearing part of me.
Yep.
Part of me had to sneeze, but I don't think that was loud. I sneezed
It's
Narnia.
there's more support brain in me. It's like I get kills that want to like push forward, but
Yeah,
the
for like
jungler
vision or
it's like
something.
yeah. As a jungler, I think it's different. Like on Eve anyway.
Yeah, you need to be playing for resources there, I think. And like also, you don't really want to go for your next fight until you have your item. Because you have item here. So that's the other thing I'm thinking. Like, I want to get my core item bought and then be utilizing that. I think also the other biggest tell here is like you've used your ult. So in my opinion, when I'm playing Eve and I've done this, right, I've just got double kill and used my ult. Now's not the time for like continued skirmishes. I need to wait for my ult cooldown, spend my gold, and make sure that all my camps are cleared so they're resetting so I can continue playing for the golden XP. So I think I think that you need to like instill like some of that mindset, especially on a champion like Eve. I think if you're playing Graves, right, this actually makes sense because on Graves you're gonna make this play and you're gonna go, okay, I have pressure, I'm gonna go invade, etc. I'm gonna go clear all their vision with my Umbral and look for the invade on their camps, see what's up, go fuck with the enemy jungler. So I think that's a bit of a difference too.
Yeah. Because I find like I do well for like the first 10 minutes, and then I hit this point and I just don't prioritize camps.
Yeah, it's quite possible. So we waste this time. And then, yeah, we go to red. I think you should just blast plant it over and go on Krugs. And then, just full clear back to top side or done like Krugs, red, chickens, and then recalled instantly and run to your Grump. Looks like your top laner took your Grump there. And then died. And yeah, the other big thing I'm noticing about your jungle is you're not pinging at all. This is a mistake I make too, actually. I'm sure you know from watching the stream, but
Yep.
you want to ping as much as possible on jungle, I think.
Yeah, it's really important.
Yeah. Also,
Like
I
if I just
think
ping him.
this doesn't even happen, right? If you went to your jungle like properly, and then also if you just cleared in the right direction.
Yeah.
I think that's like you guys are pretty lucky to get that, but I kind of like it. I don't go drag here. I go blue grump and come back for drag.
Do you go his blue or just my blue?
No, his blue. What? No, never your blue here. I just like I counter join with his camps and then come back out.
Yeah.
Because there's like a lot of things here. Firstly, you don't have smite, and then yeah, the contest is like annoying. I didn't really expect the Quinn would do this much on the contest, to be quite honest with you. But I did expect him to be annoying. But yeah, this seems a bit much for him to get 3 fucking kills.
Yeah, and then we kind of lose a lot of tempo.
Yeah. I think if this is different, right? First things first, if you go and do it the other way around, you're going to be full health when you come back, right? You're also going to be close to having smite. I also think that your Xerath like probably wants to recall, in my opinion. This is the issue with doing drag here too, in my opinion. Xerath should be looking to like fix his wave and recall. But because you're going to do, like, because he's like thinking you're going to do dragon, etc., he's overstaying his base timer, and then he's also low health, so when someone does contest, it's like fucked up for you guys. And like he's done
Yeah,
no damage to drag. He chucked 2 Qs at it, you know what I mean? It's not like a big, he hasn't really like been a big help here. But yeah, if you took blue Gromp, you'd be level 9, you would have been full health from the Gromp heal. I feel like everything is just much better at that point.
yeah. And it gives lanes for time to fix their waves.
Yeah, exactly. Which I think Xerath should fix his wave and reset, but it still means that like here this play happened and then Xerath also lost 2 waves mid and slow pushing away from him. So like, you know, it's like the worst of all worlds kind of thing.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like you should pick up Sweeper um at this point in time.
Okay. Does Sweeper even do anything on Eve, or?
I mean, it doesn't do like a lot, but I feel like yellow trinket's probably not going to do a lot. I would probably pick up like Sweeper for a little bit and then like maybe go blue trinket. I kind of like blue trinket on Eve to scout out areas, so like you know you're
Yeah.
not walking into a pink ward or like a bunch of enemies in a bush. I feel like you don't need to run into this like timed queue.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the only mistake that's like really, because that also leads into this where you get knocked up here because you've been slowed. You're just like chain slowed the whole time.
Yeah. Yes, I just didn't process the queue.
I think that I don't know. My thoughts were like you're thinking like, oh shit, we gotta get this guy killed before this guy gets in, maybe.
Mm.
But I'm not 100% sure. I haven't seen like enough of your games to really know that. But yeah, this is pain. Impact Jax is not doing very much here.
I should have known after his like solo losing that I just don't play for that lane.
Yeah. Also, like the earlier ganks. I think the other thing is you don't want to be going to this side. I feel like you want to be going this side. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Because you know, if it is getting turned because of these level leads, you know, you want to be getting pushed safer, not out into the river where you can get ganked by it. I was actually thinking more so the Quinn gank here than the Ornn counter gank, to be honest. Yeah, this is real bad for you because you're probably going to lose all your camps here too. What? What is he saying? Twice you had R? Interesting. I feel like the pink resets the Grump if you try and take it. Yeah, nice. I think the biggest thing here, though, to notice, right, is you just got level 9 at 15 minutes. Whereas with the other play that I suggested, right, you're going to be level 9 at like 12 minutes 30. Do you know what I mean? That's like a huge difference in your golden XP
Yeah.
because of these 2 mistakes. And I think this is like the biggest thing where you're probably getting behind as a jungler. And it's like around that time that you're talking about where you're not taking the camps before you do things. Because at this point, you should really like one-shot camps. Like you should be able to, take camps before you hit plays. I think it's like even when you go top, I feel like you can also take your camps before you go for this gank. At this point, the game, like all your early game that you did really well, like kind of gets deleted from those mistakes in the last like 3 minutes. I don't know if this is something you do often, but do you like focus like a lot of dragons as a jungler?
Um, I kind of take bad dragons without thinking sometimes. It's just when I'm like not thinking about my camps.
Yeah, I think something to think about, like when you're taking dragons, is like they take a long time. So, like if the enemy jungler is clearing camps, especially if he counter jungles like your whole side, you're losing a lot of golden XP to do that drag, and you're going to get like put behind like a level often doing that. So
Yeah,
I'm like a little bit. I try to avoid taking dragons unless like my lanes are in good position to rotate and like they can actually come and kill the dragon with me, and like we do it fast. That's kind of what I think in solo queue.
yeah.
I think you could have grabbed a smite on him. Okay, so in this fight, I think that you should have grabbed a smite on the Braum. Now that you've got the Yasuo charmed, and then you're gonna get assist on both of them, and I think you can like proto build the Yasuo. I feel like you like walk away a little bit too soon here. I don't know.
I thought my Q had damage, but it's because I'm really underleveled
Yeah, actually,
for
what
what I'm
level are
like
you?
used to.
Yeah, Yasuo is level 9, you're level 10. You're still up 2 levels on Ornn, but I also think like that's because he's playing Ornn jungle. I feel like if this guy was playing a normal jungler, right, that you're probably underleveled here comparatively to him. I feel like there's no reason for Ornn to be this level 8. I think you grab Pink Ward here too. Okay, there's a pink there. I would potentially start looking to wrap around. You got seen by the scrying orb. A play you can look for here is Blast Plant over and R Smite away the dragon. Because Ornn has no way to like last hit, he only has Smite.
Yeah. If I had a pink, I'd be able to pink the dragon.
Yeah, exactly. Nice pick.
I didn't smite.
Yeah, I feel like you can Smite, I feel like you can use Proto Belt too. But I wouldn't like to ult there. I would just like to use like Proto Belt and Smite. I know why you didn't smite though. Like oftentimes people won't smite in like the skirmish right before drag. That's it's understandable. Okay, good proto belt. Box. Yep. I feel like you could chase him down a bit there because your team's won the other side of the fight. But I'm not sure if you saw that or not.
I saw they were there, I just didn't think they needed me.
Okay. Yeah. And then here is like, also another time where there's like the potential for you to invade the blue first. I'd be thinking that. It's a little bit more greedy this time, but I would kind of like that.
Yeah,
I'm very much jungler that likes to play for the golden XP first over dragons and stuff. Because I don't feel like dragons like really win the game that often. Like normally if you get to like late game when there's like oh shit we got soul, right? It's like well, we made a shit ton of mistakes before soul, like we could have just won this game already if we played better. I feel like
yeah,
dragons are like a I look at dragons as like a security net kind of thing. So like, okay, if my team like throws and fucks up a lot, like at least we're gonna have dragons at the end of the game to help us. But if I play well, then we should probably end before dragons really become impactful.
Makes sense.
And obviously
That's
this is
pretty much.
just for solo queue. Like that is like a completely different thing in like, competitive game scrims, etc.
Yeah. But generally, like, if you have the resources, you can carry without them.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like on Eve, right? Like what's Earth Drag doing for you? Nothing. What's Air Drag doing for you? Basically nothing. Water
Yeah.
Dragon, fucking absolutely nothing. You're already full health just by walking in the jungle. Really, the only dragon that's like beneficial to you is an Infernal. I like this. I don't dive with this Jax though. Fuck that. No shot this works. This guy just griefs you for sure.
It tanks 10 tower hits.
Ah.
I love fucking twist. I did have 2k gold here for this play too, though.
No, but it's just never. I would just never look for it because I just don't trust this guy at this point in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just like the hardest thing to get right. Yeah, I feel like it's like super forced to like look for this play and it just like costs you a lot of your resources for no reason.
Yeah. Because we're in a position where we're like favored again.
Yeah, like if you just got some XP there instead and then reset and came back for a Baron pick or something like that, you're in a way better position. And like Jax is probably dying here too. Oh, you're dead too. That's what they get Baron now probably. Lucian? You're telling me he can't auto there? Don't walk beside the wall.
He would have clicked the other side of the wall.
Yeah.
But it's like a D4 game, so I'm not surprised.
Yeah. Well, this all comes off the back of your throw, in my opinion. Like, this is a throw by you to look for this dive with your Jax. All the way
Yeah.
back here, and this is what leads to this whole play, because Jax gets low, and then he overstays, your Shaco dies, you get chunked out. And the other thing here is, like, you should be pinging your Jax to also, like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know how he dies, but it seems criminal, because he recalls in that bush. Yeah, so I feel like you could have been pinging this.
Yeah.
And then I feel like here, you just peace out and, like, look for your reset. Because what happens if Jax dies? What do they do here? Shaco's dead, Jax
Nothing.
is dead. They go Baron, right?
Oh, yeah, true.
That's what I'm seeing. They have two tanks, they have a Yasuo and a Quinn. I feel like they just go Baron. So you want to have gotten your reset off so you can run back and contest that on full health. That's what I'm seeing when Jax dies here. But if you die, it's just guaranteed Baron. And yeah, like you're not even up like golden XP now on. He's up a level. So at this point, like the game is over based off the throws, like in a sense. Like
Yeah.
if the enemy team plays well, you guys just don't come back because like Eve is a champion that you don't ever want to be going behind levels on, especially to weak junglers like tanks and stuff like that. Tank junglers normally Eve can actually counter and like invade and fuck around with. Yeah, it's really hard to not like a lot. Ideally, you want to like get outside of the base here, yeah, like this, and look for like a pick on maybe Quinn or someone. What I would do is I would leave a ward deep in the lane since you have yellow trinket and look for that. And like a pick on the Quinn.
Yeah,
I'm not necessarily big on this. Like you play it pretty well to be honest, but I'm
it's not
not
another right target.
I'm just yeah, not thinking that like, killing Gragas is really that big a deal for you guys. I feel like you kill Gragas and it's like nothing really changes. They still siege on you. I feel like you look for like Yasuo or Quinn. And you're dead here, right? Quinn's hard though because he has what's that item called? He has a spell shield.
Tonight.
Yeah, Edge of Night. I feel like that's gonna be a pretty large problem for you. Do you lose this game now?
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. I kind of smelt it.
yeah. I like felt it in the game. I'm like, yeah, I made a lot of mistakes with my tempo.
Yeah, that's really what this is all about. Like your early game was not too bad really. The only thing like I was thinking really on the early game was like you could look for that invade on the Grump, level 4.
Yeah,
Um
but I didn't know the yellow thing was 10 seconds off.
yeah, I believe it's 10 seconds. I think it's
I
15 seconds on a buff and 10 seconds on a camp,
oh,
if I'm not mistaken. It might even be 5 seconds on a camp. I'll look that up for you. Find out. I have it written down somewhere on my PC.
uh,
Yeah, they spotted you on the pink, so you're just dead. Oh, if you insta react on the ult, you kill him here.
yeah.
That would be actually kind of worth. I think he's like 700 probably, or he's like surely decent shutdown. Yeah, looking for the
It's
FF
just
button.
yeah, bit over now.
Yeah, I agree. So really, the big problems come from, in my opinion, if we go back in time. I don't have my notepad open, but I'll write out some notes too.
Uh,
This is actually a really good play here. Like I like this whole sequence here at 8 minutes after you get the mid kills.
and that's what I should have done like beforehand for the drag.
Yeah. Where's the drag here? So here, I think that we rotate out the camps, just blue grump, or you gank bot. Those are like the two options you have before you do drag. I think drag is just like not the play.
Yep.
And realistically, right, your bot lane fixes bot wave, you're pinging drag whilst you're doing the blue and stuff, and then you guys like 3-man the drag, and you waste way less time, you're way healthier. Everyone has fixed their waves. Zareth has fixed his wave, Lucian's fixed his wave, and you've denied 2 camps off Ornn. You're also up 2 camps, you're level 9. I think
Yep.
one of the best things that you want to think about on Eve is like, how can I stay ahead of the game in Golden XP? That's one of the biggest things in my opinion as Eve. Even more so than when you're playing Graves. I think Evelynn really, really wants to be up levels and also gold.
Makes sense.
Also, okay, like just so like we're going to like nuance here too, because like you're probably gonna have to run into this at some point.
Mhm.
When you get the kills, you also have to like be aware of like the timer on the Ornn, right? Because you kill Ornn first.
Yep.
And like, okay, it's Ornn, so there's not like a lot of threat there, but like say it's Xin Zhao, right? Well, Xin Zhao could come back and kill you if you're doing like Blue Grump or Dragon. So you want to be like taking that into consideration too.
Mhm.
So it's like 20 seconds on him. Yeah, I feel like you go camps here for sure. Look, this is also something that like maybe a lot of other people wouldn't agree with, but I would also be inclined to say you could just go both camps and reset. Just
Yeah, I
leave the
think it's
dragon.
also
Because
fine.
they can't really do the dragon. So if they can't do the dragon and you don't do the dragon, it's also fine. That's something I think about a lot, is like, if they can't do the dragon, I don't actually need to do the dragon. I can play for golden XP and just threaten when they do the dragon that I'm going to kill them. So what you
Yeah,
could
I
do
like
here is go
that.
blue Gromp, reset, Wolves, blue, Herald. I feel like that's way nicer play. Because the Herald is going to be 300 gold and then also however many plates you get off that, right? So I'd way rather do that play. Because that's like the difference between like doing Dragon's going to give you 25 gold and then permanent stats, whereas Herald is going to give you 550 gold, somewhere around that area. As long as you don't
That's
split the gold with like jacks.
yeah, and it's better stats for items.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense, so I see it.
Because like I don't like that you have to be here and you're level 8, this guy's 11. And like your Jax is level 9, you know what I mean? Like I don't
Yeah,
like that you're the same level as Ornn here. That doesn't feel like right to me. Especially for how dominant your early game has been. And like you're 2 levels below. Yeah, you're like the lowest, you're like the same level as they are bot lane and things like that. Like that just seems real wrong.
yeah, it's pretty grief.
I think another big thing you didn't do this game is you're not like looking for picks in like obscure parts of the map where you think that they're gonna rotate through. But I think
Yep.
one of the things is like from this point onwards you can't actually do that because you've thrown your lead and you're like too low in XP. So I don't think you really have that ability to make that huge pressure, because part of that pressure is like Evelynn wants to be so fed that when she's doing that she doesn't even have to ult. She's just like QE smiting someone and killing them. And then like still having her ult to like get away or like go for another like a secondary pick. So I think that you really needed to play for golden XP from this like point in time back at the dragon until level 11 and then look for picks everywhere you possibly can. That would be my idea of how to play Evelynn here. Because once you're level 11 and everyone else is level 9, you're loving life. You're just like killing everyone. Anyone you see just dies. I think really those are the big things here. Because like, you clear your jungle well. Yeah, you could know your jungle timers a little bit better, but it's like not the biggest deal, right? Like that's not what's holding you in Diamond 4. Like because you didn't take second Grump or Fawn. I think it's really just like what you're saying in the mid game is true. You're not snowballing your lead. And that all comes down to you not thinking about golden XP.
Yep.
So yeah, change the mindset from whatever it is now, which I think is like pressure or like, control, to how do I get golden XP, and then pressure and control is like the second thing once you've got the golden XP.
It's just strong enough to do it without being punished.
Yeah, exactly. Is there any questions about things we spoke about or something you
No,
think
you
like was wrong?
explained everything pretty well. I agreed with pretty much everything you said.
Yeah.
Because I did review this game as well, so I got like the bigger points, but they're like obviously the things you mentioned were kind of like extra.
Yeah, so did you notice though, like when you were doing your VOD read, that like you really weren't playing for golden XP and like that's kind of why you lose?
It was more so like I didn't base on a lot of gold was the thing I saw, and I went for things that were not worth it.
I think you are right in that. But I think if you're playing for golden XP, you're not looking for these fights, and it doesn't actually matter that you haven't quite based yet. You know what I mean? It's like here, right? You have a lot of gold, you don't want to fight, but what do you want to do? Well, pick up 2 camps and base. That's kind of how I'm seeing that.
Mm-hmm.
Because this play here really, I think, changes the game. Like Quinn gets a lot of gold. She got shutdown gold on mid for like, I assume 1,000 gold, and then also 2 kills on your bot lane. Like, let's see what she comes out of base with. Maybe press tab next. Here.
It's an attack.
Yeah, so what's that? 2,000 gold? Ish. Maybe she got
Yeah.
1,500, 1,600. That's a pretty big thing. Like, now she's ahead of your mid. And she's way ahead of your bot. She's ahead of you even, actually. Yeah, so she's like the most fed character in the game now. She's up 2 levels on you, and she has more items. Yeah. Oh, actually, something else I just thought about also with this game, with the Ornn jungle, is like, you know, you have like a ticking time bomb of like, you know, 13. Ornn's level 13. So you also want to keep this guy from getting that level 13. Which just puts even more emphasis on like you should have been looking to invade the camps, like say overdoing Dragon.
Yep.
So I think it's just more evidence to what we said. Alright, I'll send you through the few notes that we have. There's not like too many notes here. But after the session I'll also think about like some more notes from things that happened here. Like I'll just like run through it a bit more in my mind.
Yeah.
But I really do think that it's really just about the mindset. Once you change that mindset, I feel like everything will change. Alrighty, I'm gonna end the VOD here, the recording.